Afternoon, everybody. We are at Kent.
Oh.
Now, I've worked them hard this afternoon, so we've literally just had a quick cup of tea. And then we're back in, if I can get this onto my phone again. Here we go. In the middle-ish. Oh, do you know, they're getting the rulers out and measure in the middle. In the middle-ish. Okay. We all got that, or that of some description. Okay. Oh, hello, Beverly. Yeah. Okay. So far, so good, yeah? All right. I'm going to stick with pencil for a minute. I'm just going to turn my paper around. This is the bottom bit. Because what I want to do, not in the middle, a bit further down, I want to give myself a little bit of a line. Like a horizon, I suppose, yeah. Although this is not the sun, but yeah. Okay? Yeah, it's a cross. All right, it's a cross. Like a horizon. Oh, hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in and watching. It's been nice to share it with people out there as well. We're all with you, although we're all here. Michigan, hello. Oh, smiley face. We can actually only see part of the messages that come up on screen.
And that's from the bottom bit, isn't it? The jointy bit. Not
Yeah.
Not the...
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to use half of it, but that's fine. Yeah. Okay. We all got that. All right. Next bit then. What I want to do here is, again, I'm just going to turn it this way, and I'm going to work on this bit. I want to put myself a couple of little lines in. Again, with pencil. So one, maybe one here, look. I'm going to press on a little bit more so you can see that a bit better, but you're going to do it quite lightly. One here, maybe. One here. There you go. So we've got that. Okay, so that one's not quite vertical-ish, but that doesn't matter. Let's rub a bit of that out. Okay. We've all got that, or that of some description, shape or form. Brilliant. Okay then. So, let's have a look. Straight in with pen then. Oh, looking forward to this. Me too. I wonder what it's going to look like at the end. Okay. So I'm going to go in a little bit more so you can see. You see that line there? This one that we did at the beginning. What I want to do is, let's have a look. I'm going to, just to sort of the side of it a bit, I'm going to put myself a little line in. And a little line in. Okay, there we go. And then across the top here, sort of find about the middle there, look. I'm going to put a little triangle on the top of it. Okay. So I'm just going to turn it this way because I want to do a couple of little lines this way, look. Oh, somebody's just made a coffee. Oh, that's my mum. Hi, Mum. Where's ours? I know. I can't complain because Leslie made me a cup of tea, so I daren't complain. There we go. Oh, hello, Louise. Good afternoon, Christine. Got Sue on as well. Of course, but there's a couple of Sues on. So let's have a look. That's going to go next door. Going to put another one in. Going to leave a little bit of a gap. Bit smaller, this one. There we go. Again, let's just find the middle bit, and I want to put a little triangle on the top there. Okay. Same as before. Little line. And then along and along. Okay. Okay. Let's do another going to sort of do sort of a little line going up there. And then just sort of in the distance there, let's put another one. So you find the middle. There we go. And a little line there and there. Oh, bless me. Line on there. Okay. Not looking too bad. So I'm just going to put, let's have a look. I'm going to put a little line here. You see, I've got a little gap in the middle there. I might as well bring that line in and join that little gap there. Yeah. Oh, Joe. Tesco's due to deliver. I don't think we've got anything in, Joe. I think we're going to have to do a shop tomorrow. As long as the boys have got something to eat. Not that I've left 2 boys at home, and we might have left Tommy locked up in the department headquarters, but my 2 boys and my 2 dogs, and they're being well looked after by Carol in Chesterfield. Okay, so we've got a few little sort of buildings there, yeah? Some a little bit larger than others, that's great. So what I want to do now, I'm going to sort of make them a little bit more distinctive, I suppose. Let's put a little front door in there. Little door handle, look. And then, I don't know, this could be a bit of a condo, couldn't it? We could have more than 2 stories. A couple of little windows in there. There we go. Maybe let's have one in there as well. And so I'm going to put a sort of a posh window at the top there. It's got a little bit of an arc. Yours might be a little bit different than mine, but that's fine. It's your version. Oh no, I couldn't bring my boys. They'd get more attention. We'd never get any tangling done. If anybody knows, I have 2 Shelties. So they're an absolute bundle of fur. They're adorable. There we go. See, I'm going to put some houses there. I'm going to have, this one's going to have quite a large window, I think, across the top there. So it can be anything you like, really. They don't have to be the same as mine. You can have double door at the front if you want to, or larger windows, or circle windows if you want. So I'm a little bit different there. And another one, a bit of a window shape there. See this one, I might put some lots of little windows in, a bit of a flat going on here. Maisonettes. There we are. Okay. So we need a bit of a chimney. So let's have a look at this then. I'm going to sort of come off at a bit of an angle there. And let's have a little bit of a loop on there. Let's go a bit bigger. Can't go any bigger. There we go. And then another little bit of a chimney top there. There we go. And that's going to screw with a few people's minds who like everything straight and perfect. Just thought I'd put that out there. Right, let's do another one. This one's going to be quite small because, of course, it's a little bit further away. We don't want a large chimney on that one. It'll look a bit odd. And then, of course, Let's have a look. I'm going to put one on this side. So again, a little bit of a box. Little loop. And I'm going to make a little bit of a longer box there. I'm going to put another loop on. So you make your chimneys as long as you like. Look at that one. We just love to live in this little town. And then again, I'm just going to put a little one on there, look. So turn it on its side, because I want to just put this line in here. Just going into where the circle is, see? Oh yeah, you could do this all different seasons. We're going to sort of determine that in a short while. Okay. So looking at our little lines here, I'm going to sort of come on in. I'm going to put, and you might want to watch this before you do it. I'm going to bring a line in here. And let's put that one in. So I've made it a little bit narrower, you see? And then the next one, I'm going to sort of extend it a bit. Okay. So we're going to make some little steps. So the sort of slightly more wonky they are, the better, in a sense. Gives the impression they've been there for a while. See? So this one's going to come out here. And along. So then this one. I mean, you can have them really wide if you want to. I just think maybe that they should be a little bit narrower compared to the houses we've got there. And then here, let's bring a little one in there, look. And then one there. Okay. Oh, Viv, you need to keep up with us. Viv says she's just caught up on yesterday's. Where have you been? Okay. I'm just going to make the top of these steps just a little heavier, so I'm just going to go back over just with a bit more pen. And again, sometimes it's quite nice to have them a little bit wobbly as well. You see, just sort of fill in any little bits that you've got as you go along. There we go. And there we go. So we've got that kind of thing. Let's have a look at that. There we are. Okay. So I've got a couple of steps here. Which one I'm going to go? I'm going to go with this one here. I'm going to put myself a little plant pot on here. So it's like a box. Imagine you've got a little sort of a square or rectangular shape there. So we're going to do the top bit just like box, and then the bottom bit we're going to bring it just down at a slight angle. You see? Plant pot. Okay. And again, the slightly quirkier it is, the better. So we're not after Alan Titchmarsh's job here. Just a bit of a plant pot in there. Okay. Just a little bit further above there, let's put a little bubble. There it is. See, my plant pot doesn't even look like it's going to stand up, does it? But it will. It will. Okay. Let's do a row of bubbles around the bubble. And let's do another one. Around the bubble. There we go. And put another one in here. Some little bubbles going on, and one here. There we go. Maybe one down here as well. Just little bubbles. There we go. I don't know what kind of flower that is, but
A bubble flower.
yeah, bubble flower, that's a good one. So let's join with some little stems to the plant pot so they don't look like they're in mid-air. There you go. And then I'm going to bring a little line up here and put a tiny little leaf on the top and just fill it in. And then little leaves down one side, little leaves down the other. And then I'm going to join them to that first line there. Okay. So, Ree says they look like they need watering. Ree, maybe they've been neglected just for a little while. Okay, and I'm going to put another one down here, so let's have a little bit of a leaf wilting there as well. There you go. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. So we've got a little bit of a step going in and up towards our little houses there. Okay. So a bit of a leap of faith now. Are we up for that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Now if you want to do it in pencil, I'm fine, but I'd rather you do it in pen. I'm going to turn it round. You ready? And I'm going to start at this end. Let's go a bit bigger. Start here, and I'm going to come down with a line. All right, if I turn that round so you can see it. There you go. Okay. All right, you're all looking a bit, oh my God. And that's without my glasses on. So I'm going to come a bit further down. I'm going to make that a little bit thicker. And then within that shape, I'm going to... Oh, we could do... You could if you like. I just thought that I was in charge today.
Sorry.
I'm getting dots and dashes, but you know, if you want to put bubbles in, you can put bubbles in, that's fine. It's your work. Your work. There you go. Yeah. Little dots and dashes. There you go, look. Yeah, they cover a multitude of sins, don't they, them dots and dashes? Okay. So let's do one coming sort of up here then. And I'm going to again make that a little bit thicker, that side. And if you can fit any in, just little lines and dots. Okay. So if I'm around here, we know Dobby's the boss. Dobby thinks he is. Dobby's got a hitchhike home. He's had that many sweets today. There we go. All right. And then just underneath here, I'm going to do another. Let's sort of come across the trees a little bit. Maybe a little one there. So we've got sort of just a little bit of a branch there. So you see, I've got 2s and 2s. I don't want to put another 2 there. I'm going to leave it as a 1, I think. But of course, we can come on in and we can add those little leaf shapes. Or if you want to sort of have it more wintry, you don't have to add any leaves. You can add flowers on. So hence we can get all the seasons in if you want to do this. Nice little project there, isn't it? Maybe a little bit there. A few here. Again, you bring another line out if you want to and add a couple of little ones on there. And just a few on here. I'm not going to overdo it full of leaves. We're not going to worry about that, but I just wanted to have a few in there. Okay, let's have a look at that. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I'm just going to bring my pencil in for a minute. And I'm just going to look at this bottom section here. Let's just zoom in a little bit so you can... Oh, somebody passed a shop. Really got that bit. Called Dobby. Oh, excellent. So you see here, what I want to do is I want to put some bubbles in. Just in pencil, it's just a guide, but I wanted to go slightly inside my circle there before I actually drew round in pen, you see? And then maybe sort of one here. And another one. And I'm going to put one under here. I'm still going to go all the way around, look, and put the whole circle in, even though it's over my steps there. Yeah? And maybe just a little one there. Let's have a look at the posture then. See? And then on this side as well, I'm going to put one in here. Maybe one about there. Let's put one up here. Okay. So, back in with pen. Let's do it. Oh, there you go. So I'm going to start with the largest of these bubbles. I'm going to actually draw around the shape now with a pen. Might as well do that with all of them. Now I'm happy with where they are. There you go. Same with this one. Okay. So starting with the larger one, again, you can start anywhere. You can go round left or right, doesn't matter, clockwise, anti-clockwise. I'm going to follow the shape of that bubble and create a little loop inside it. Oh, that's caused some controversy. Same with this one. Round and down. And then from this point, round and down. See, 3 little loops. So again, from this point here, I can come in and do another loop. And another loop. And another loop, you see? And then any of these little gaps, again, you don't have to fill it in with black ink, but being that that's what we're working with at the moment, we can do that. And I can also come on in and add some little lines to my loops. There we go, gives it a bit of movement, doesn't it? So if I was to do the same in this bubble, oh, so is that my current favourite? I don't know. We've done a lot of tangles this weekend, but this one is lovely. I'm going to turn it slightly because I don't want my loops to be in the same place each time. So if I turn it, I can come on in and do a loop there. And from this point, a loop that way. A loop that way. And again, working my way around. And then fill in any of the gaps. And of course, putting my little lines in. There we go. So I'm going to turn it again. Another loop. And work my way around that bubble shape. See, now if your bubbles aren't quite roundish, it doesn't matter, does it? Because we're putting this little design inside. we've sort of lost the fact that it started life as a bubble. So this one, again, if you wanted to use pencil so you can sort of see where this is going on underneath the steps, I'm going to just sort of imagine where those lines are going. And then in we go, and put my lines in again. Now I've got a real little one here, so just make your loops a little bit thinner. See, I'm going to get a 4 in that way, look. Or you could always just fill it in with one loop, depending on how that goes. There we are. That's one sort of row there. I'm just going to get rid of that line now. I don't want that line anymore. And then, of course, along we go. I'm going to draw these back in. And then this one. And this one. And then back in with those loops. Just sort of working it round. There you go. Filling in those little bits of ink there. And little lines in there. Oh, there you go. And back in with loops again. It's a really nice one to do, this is. It sort of flows. Well, mine does anyways. There you go. And another one. And of course you could do more of these if you wanted to. At the moment you don't really know where it's headed, so depends. There we are. Just filling in with little marks. There you go. Let's have a look at that. There we are. Okay, and in true form, we're going to go around the rest of that circle that we can see.
Bubbles came eventually.
With bubbles. Keep them nice and small. Now I'm only going to go around the top. I'm not going to do any around here. I'm just going to do around this bit here. Okay? Oh, let's go a bit bigger. Oh, hang on. Oh, it doesn't want to zoom. There we are, look. Sort of, as long as they're all touching, they don't have to be the same. Just keep it going. I think once you've done a few thousand bubbles, they do get better. Yeah. I wouldn't want to count how many bubbles I've done, I don't think. There must be in there hundreds of thousands, must be. But it gives a real nice edge to something. There we go. Don't rush them, you want to try and keep them round. If you rush them, I find that bubbles start to go a little bit lozenge shape or ovals. We don't want that. We want to keep them nice and round if we can. There you go. See? But okay, we're all keeping up?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to ask that when everybody's here because they complain at me. When we do just a live on Facebook and nobody's in the same room as me, I can go as fast as I want. You can always pause me. All right, so I've got a bit of space here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in a couple of little leaves. So a little curve. We've done these quite a lot over this last few days, so we should be okay with these. Little line, and I'm going to put a little V, little V. So I'm going to dot a few of those just sort of around these little flower shapes. So we can put two together if we want. And again, let's do a couple there, look, little V's. Little V's. And I'm not going to do one, I'm just going to keep it down that little bit there. And again here, let's bring in one here, I think. Little V's. Go just sort of underneath that set of plant pots there. I'm going to bring one in here as well, 'cause that, and see that covers up that last bit of that original circle that we used there. And do one there and another one there. All right, let's have a look at that. Okay. Doesn't look too bad, does it? That on its own as a little image there. It's quite nice. Again, we could have just about as much had the moon in there and all sorts of things. A little bat, maybe something lying around. That'd be quite nice. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to work on this side here. I feel like I've got to come out a little bit here. Okay. You can see it already. The hand's already starting to make that movement. So let's go in a little bit more. Oh, it's because we've got posts at the same time. There you go. There we are. Okay. So I'm going to sort of work my way out. This is going to be, let's have a look. From there, up and around. Oh, that's a big curl, isn't it? Okay. So it almost goes to the top of the circle there, see? And then I'm going to continue that little curl around, making a loop on the ends. Now, for those of you at home today, I've already prepped everybody here with this tangle. So we now have experts on this tangle. There you go. Although it's going to be slightly different, so don't get all above yourself. All right. So following it round again. And this time I'm going to sort of come here and I'm going to go down that line. See, I want it to be in line. And then another one. Around. See, it sort of comes and joins that line. And another. Round. Joining the line. And again, I'm going to do another one, I think. Okay. So let's have a look at that. There you go. So that's a huge fan on the side. Okay. So I'm going to do another one. I'm going to use that same sort of line from here. I'm going to start there and I'm going to come back out this way and create that wonderful swirl shape again. Right, you can do this. You've got this. Be brave. Well, Viv likes the swirls anyway. And then again, coming from the back of that one, around and down. I'm going to do a few of those. Always following that centre line. I'm coming back to that centre. So it's a little bit like we did earlier, but then it's a little bit different too. There you go. Okay. So whilst we've got that sort of in mind, I'm going to bring another one down here. So I've turned it round and not as big this time. So there's that curl again. That way. And of course coming off the back of it. One. 2. Now, just because I'm counting doesn't mean you've got to do the same amount as me. Sort of working my way around. Okay, always following that line. Oh, Leslie. Oh, that was a bit pitiful. Can I have another pen, please? Thank you. Oh, do you know, I can't even have a pen. I know. I've killed that one.
That's what I said. I said, you have to do too much time.
I know. Thank you very much, babes.
Give me 2.
Got 2. Oh, just felt it going a little bit there. Did you? Oh, I see. Well, to be fair, it usually is something wrong. Okay. Oh, there we go. Let's take this one round. Oh, there's nothing like starting a new pen after you've had one for months, isn't it?
20 years.
20 years. And around. And around. And around. It's a good job I've got Leslie, because if I'd have said to John, can I have a pen, he wouldn't have known what to give me, would he? I'd have had all sorts of pens. I'm just going to... I'm not blaming John for anything. There we go. All right, let's have a look at this. Okay, there we are. So far, so good. So working inside these shapes here, I'm going to bring some bubbles in. Yay! As many bubbles and as many foams as we can get. So I'm going to keep them as a decent size all the way around. And then as I come around that bend, I'm just going to go a little bit smaller. Oh, bit of a biro, goodness me. It's been a while since I've used one of those, I must admit. There we are, all the way to the bottom. And same on the other side. All the way to the bottom. See, now we're doing, look, opening a new pen is like opening a new box of answers on a postcard, please. Chocolates. Opening a pen, it's like opening a new box of pens for me. I do quite like my pens. Not that I'm obsessed at all. There we go. So I'm going to all the way down. Oh, I know the answer. I'm not telling them. Rose says it's Maltesers.
Oh, we can't have them.
Oh, we can't. My boys like Maltesers. There we go. Leslie agrees, Rose. There we are.
That's
See,
only if Sandra can't have them.
Do you know what they do actually? In the cupboards in the office, they put things on the top shelves so I can't reach them.
Not with it, chewy.
Oh, do you know? It's just... Do you see how I get abused at work? I do. Absolutely.
You think they're ganging up on you?
Yeah, they are. They do gang up on me. Absolutely. It's okay. Working my way around. Look, same with the bubbles. Here we go. And as you come round that bend, you're just going to go a little bit smaller with them. There we go. Yeah. We've now branched out, so we're not just doing tangling anymore. We're doing gym practice. So if you can hear her...
Or singing.
Yeah, anybody in the background, that'll be Maddie. Yeah, doing her physical activities for the afternoon. It's keeping her good, we don't mind. Okay, so what we're going to do, in here, let's have a look. We could do our regular flowers, but we're not going to. I'm going to come in with a point. Oh, I didn't expect that, did you? I'm going to do the same on this one. A little bit of a point. So let's do a little line. Now I'm going to do the same on the other one. I'm just not going to keep moving it. And then let's have a row of bubbles around the outside there. And again, I'm going to do the same on the other one. There we go. So I'm going to start at the centre and I'm just going to pull a line up. And then working first one side then the other, I'm going to find the middle-ish, put a curve in. Same on the other side. And then working in between those spaces, I'm going to go a little bit smaller. Little curves. Okay. And then on the tops there, I'm coming in with little diamond shapes. There we go. I'm just going to fill those in. But again, you could use gel pens or glitter pens, whatever you want to do with those. So I'm going to do the same course on this one. So middle of each of those. And then of course each space we're putting a smaller one in. And then little diamond shapes on each one there. There we go. And the last one. Let's have a look at this then. Look at this. So far so good. Okay. So I'm gonna come sort of round here. Okay, so starting with the line here, I'm gonna bring it round. And then on the top of it, I'm going to just extend it round and create a little loop. See? Just a little loop on the top there. So then, I'm going to turn it slightly because what I want to do now is I'm going to create a loop underneath that one. Oh, are we complaining that I'm a bit quick? You can always mute me and pause me later. I do apologise. I just know we've got quite a bit to do, so we can catch up if we need to later. As long as you get the idea of it. We'll go a little bit bigger. There we go. See what I've done? I'm on the left-hand side at the bottom. I've come round with a curve, and I'm adding loops all the way along that shape now. Okay, all the way along. You see, if there's a little bit of a gap in between each other, that's fine. But we just want to create little loops. Okay. A little bit smaller as we get to the bottom there. But again, some of these larger ones we can come on in and we can put those little lines back in. Just sort of follow the shapes of the loops as we go. There you are. Oh yeah, sort of working it round. Okay, so we've got that kind of a shape. See? They want to slow down. Oh, look at that. Hello, everybody. Our screen froze. There we go. So all those little loops that we've just done, I'm going to come and create them also on the other side. Just because somebody's moaned. You can't do one by the end of this, you will. Now, we know that some things that people like more than others, and everybody's different, so
So this side is better.
This is definitely the same.
Yeah. There we are. See, you start to sort of get that flow. Well, I hope you do anyway. Ish. Like that word. Ish. Ish is good. There we go. Look at that. And again, I'm going to put those little lines in. Whether you pull up or down, it doesn't matter. Whatever works. There you go. Nice, that, like that. Okay.
If I don't think about it.
No, don't think about it. Don't think too much. Okay, so we want another one of these. We're going to put one sort of up this side here. So again, a little curve. And again, I'm putting a loop on the end. You see? And then I'm going to work my way down that side, creating these little loops. Again, if they don't all touch, don't worry about it. As long as we've got sort of a bit of a shape going on. There we go. Do you know I never did art at school?
No, nor did
I don't know why I didn't.
So, no. There we go. Just sort of putting those little loops in. And again, just putting our little lines into each one. And the same along this side. There we go. Okay. Everybody keeping up with me? Yeah, just about. I've had them in training all day. That's what it is. Okay. I'm going to put just another one more of these in. I'm going to sort of have it going just up here, not as big. So it's just going to sort of show just at the top there. And again, yours, you might find that you can fit more in, or you want to do it a bit smaller. We just sort of want it in the background there. Okay. The little lines in. Right, now everybody's is going to be different, so it's not a problem. And of course you might decide that you don't need 3 of these in. You might not have the space that I have there in that middle bit. And we go. All right, okay so far?
Yes.
Okay. So we've got some sort of little gaps in here, and although we don't want to fill everything, it'd be nice to put something in there. So let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Let's look at this bottom area here, because of course we've got this bubble or this circle that's not really going anywhere, so we've got to give it something so we think it's been filled. So let's come in with those swirls. Now I'm not going to completely fill the whole gap. I'm going to sort of cluster them a little bit as we go along, sort of in that area there. But then I'm just going to open them out a little bit and not have them touching as much. See? And that sort of gives it that little bit of an idea that something's there and it's sort of breaking off and kind of thing. So we can do a few at this top end as well, and I don't want to lose those little flowers in between all this. So we're just going to work along here a little bit. Yeah, see a little bit there. And just sort of give it a little bit of a few dots and bubbles in there as well. Just underneath those little bits. Okay. So being that we've done it sort of on this side, I'm going to just come onto this side and add a few in there too. Just to give it that little bit of consistency in there. Just do you know, whoever's mentioned that, this would make a good Halloween picture, wouldn't it? Imagine doing it on black paper and with a white pen. That'd be quite nice. Okay. So just while I'm in this area, let's just give this a little bit of a bit of greenery here. We'll say greenery. Let's give it a little bit of a loop. And a little loop. Just give it a little bit of something there. There we go. It's quite sweet, isn't it? Just with the side there. Okay. You could hang a little spider from here. We might hang a few little bits in there in a short while, but okay. So I'm going to just sort of come to this side of the piece. There we go. And what I want to do is I'm going to bring out a little line here and another line. Okay. Hold on, see if we can zoom in again. There you go, see? And then I'm going to put a little sort of an oval shape around the top of it. And then join this to the end, and I'm going to fill those bits in either side with a bit of black ink. Looks like it's going inside the paper now, doesn't it? Okay, little aura around it. And then I'm going to come back round with a sort of another oval, sort of overlapping or underlapping. There you go, going around it like that. And then another one a bit smaller. And a bit smaller. And a bit smaller. You see where this is going? There we go. So I'm going to bring another one of those in. Lines in. Around we go. Back around. And then again. Each one gets a little bit smaller. They seem to go their own way. We don't seem to have any sort of control over their direction. And again, just sort of in the spaces of things here, let's just put a little curl with a bobble on the top. See, fill it in. Another one on this side, fill it in. I'm going to find another space on this side. I'm going to do something similar. Let's have a look. Maybe sort of here. There we go. This one there. Round we go. Filling it in. Round. And then another. Each one sort of getting a little bit smaller. There we go. And then let's have another one. Let's have a look. See that one? Sort of want to bring it down here, don't we? Let's go down here. Smaller stem. So same process. We're just being a little bit smaller with it. There we go. And again, a couple of little droplets, if you can fit them in on the sides. Let's have a look at that. Okay. So I think maybe just on the bottom of the steps here, we could have a couple of those little loops See, just giving it a little bit of direction that it's at the front. Yeah, we could put the little mouse here, couldn't we? It could be like the, you know, the secret keyhole. We could use this. It's sort of like the keyhole top without just a little bit of a line to sort of hold that on. Look at that. Now, of course, you could put a frame round this. You could keep going. There's all sorts of things you could do. But at this point, we're going to bring our pencil in. Woo! Look what we've just drawn. And I'm going to sort of start inside the bubble here, or it could be a globe. I think Lynn mentioned it's a globe. And let's add in a bit of pencil the way around. I'm even going to go over the tree there. There you go. Okay, let's go a bit bigger if we can. There you go, just around there. A little bit in the tree there. Just that bottom section. And we're going to go underneath the little roofs. Now, of course, you could have little lights on in the windows and all sorts of things. We're just sort of keeping it simplistic-ish today. I'm going to choose one side, a little bit of pencil at the side as well. Okay, sort of turn it to a side, whichever's comfortable for you. So what I'm going to do is add a bit of pencil down the sides. Now again, if you want to do the other side, that's fine. But I'm going to bring it down there. A little bit on there as well. And while it's this way around, let's just add a little bit, just a little bit on those little hills. Okay. So let's come to our outside bits and pieces. We've got these little flowers that we did with loops. It feels like hours ago we did that now. It's not. It's going to add a little bit in at the bottom of each of those loops. I'm going to do that on all of them. There you go. Sort of in there. And then, of course, same on the other side. Little loops. Oh, there you go, that one. So while I'm in my plant pot area, I'm just going to rub out, you know that little box we drew to put the plant pot in? I'm just going to get rid of that there because I want to put some pencil just down one side like that. Doesn't matter which side, just down one side. Okay, it's one side there. And then along here, I'm going to just put a little bit, you know, just sort of where the stem is, just a little bit of a zigzag there. So I'm not going to try and colour every single one or add graphite to every one. Just want a little bit of shape in there. Okay. Same with this one. And this one. Okay, let's do the same on this one. There you go. So I don't have to be particularly neat there. Do have to remember to put some shade on that though. My little zingery things, I'm just going to add a little bit down either side. Where's the other one? Not too much. Okay. And then looking at our shape here, we've actually done this shape this afternoon, or a sort of a form of it. So we get the idea that we're going to do the top and bottom of this with pencil. You notice I'm following the curve of the line to get that in there. Following the curve. There you go. A little bit down the bottom here. And again, back up with this one. On both sides. Following the curve. Don't have to be particularly neat. Oh, Chrissy, it's not on A4. This is on A5. Although if you want to do it on A4, you are more than happy, but you'd need to just make your circle a bit bigger. We started at the beginning with a 7 centimetre circle across the diameter wise. So you just go a little bit bigger with that, but you can do whatever size you like. I don't think this would fit on a tile, but you could use one of the tag tiles, because it's got that sort of slightly rectangular shape to it, hasn't it? Okay, all shaded. Tortillon then, and we all know what a tortillon is now. We've worked them hard this week, haven't we, or this weekend. So starting with the outside edge here, swirls. Working my way around. Now again, I'm not really holding it like a pencil, I'm holding it more sort of at a shallower angle. Around we go. Straight over my tree. It's going to be straight over anything that you sort of come across, so there we go. And then just to soften it off a bit more, I'm going to hold it, see, further up. So very, very little pressure now. And we're just going to soften it off a little bit. We just want to breeze it off. There you go. Okay. There we go. Just a little bit along the tree trunk, and then a little bit underneath the houses or the roofs. And down one side. Again, you see I'm sort of going back and forth with that. I'm not trying to soften it too much. I just want a little bit of shadow in there. Across the hills, again, just a little bit of shading. I don't want to fill any of it in particularly. I just want to give it a little bit of a highlight. Okay. And then steps. Just push the pencil just along the steps there. We don't try to cover them all. Nice soft edge. There we go. See? Oh, easy done that one. So I've got a bit of a pencil line there, don't watch. And then of course this bottom bit, same sort of thing. Just keep it nice and easy there. See, just soften it off a bit. Whilst I've got it here, I might as well do my little plant pot, just covering half there. Just take that in a little bit more. And then we're on to the outside little bits there. Again, anything that you see pencil wise, we're just going to pull it out and soften it a bit. And the idea is that we're going to leave a little bit of each shape with no graphite on at all, just to give us that little light section. Now I know I've not touched my leaves, but again, I'm not going to worry about that too much. I've not touched these bubbles around here. I think sometimes it's nice to leave a few bits. Just gives it that extra little bit of texture, really. It's just nice to sort of deal with. There we go. And same with this one. So we're just sort of pushing that pencil up and around, just giving it a little bit of shade. Same with our little shapes here, just soften off the ends. Trying to leave a gap in the middle if we can. And then of course, same sort of thing that we did earlier, we're going to soften off this pencil from both sides. So let's just sort of give that a little bit of a kick start with a swirl, and then around we go. So the same here. Along we go. And then of course along and just soften off these little bits here. You can always go back in and add a little bit of pencil if you want to. You don't have to leave it like this. You can add layers. You can add coloured pencil over the top. A little bit there. See my little diamondy shape there. Same on this side. Oh, don't forget that one. And my little flowers. There's so much to sort of get into, isn't there, and look at whilst you're doing it. There you go, see? Sort of soften that off there. Oh yeah, do you know, it does look a little bit carriage-like, doesn't it? There you go, a little bit there. And of course, not forgetting this little bit at the top here. Just sort of blending out a little bit. Let's have a look at that. Okay. Of course, if you've got a little bit of coloured pencils lying around, I'm not going to overdo this. I think what we want to do is look at what do we want to sort of really show off, and I think that's this house here, right in the middle with this front door. So I'm coming in with red, and I'm actually going to give it a red front door. Yeah, and maybe a little bit of yellow, just giving it a little bit of light in the window. And maybe a little bit of brown. Somebody's having fun. That's not one of us tanglers. Just going to go over, there we go, the steps a little bit, just with a little bit of brown. We just want the focal point really to be that mid house there with the steps coming down. Not too much. See, it just really brings that. You could add more colour if you want around the outside, but I think what we're going to do is probably leave it there. Just need to put a signature, of course. And I hope those of you that have not been with us today or yesterday have enjoyed doing these. We've tried to include you as best we can. And of course, anybody that's here today that hasn't kept up or you want to try it again, you've got the video now on Facebook. So, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it there. We're going to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook. Thank you for watching. And we're just going to finish off over here. So we'll, take care, have a little bit of fun with this. And take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Obviously, back for tile number 281. Gosh. Back on Tuesday. So take care, everybody. Speak soon. Bye.
Bye.